Hello and welcome to my August 2025 predictions and energy update. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Jill M. Jackson. I am a psychic channel, a psychic medium, a visionary, a published author, and a spiritual teacher. Before I forget, be sure to hit the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for all the new followers. I truly appreciate your support. And I also love and appreciate all of your comments as well. So let's just dive right into the month of August. For those of you who are new to my channel, the way that I do this is I talk about more of the predictions in the first part of the video, and then I talk about the energy signature of what I'm seeing coming for the month of August. And sometimes that bleeds into a few months down the road as well. So the first part is predictions, the second part is energy. I honestly try to focus less on the predictions because I am a manifesting teacher and I believe in co-creation. So everything is potential and probability. So having said that, the reason I keep talking about predictions is to give everyone an awareness to understand the energy of what's coming so that we can be prepared and be in a place of feeling empowered. So let's just take a deep breath together and kind of anchor into the space. And having said that, the word that comes up, and this is more about the energy, and I'll get into the predictions in a minute, but the word that comes up is grace and grounding. And that's not the three words that Spirit has given me for August, but I'm hearing it right now. And it's really important to understand the intense energy. The Schumann resonance has been off the charts. We can all feel the energy. Pay attention to your physical body. And I cannot stress it enough to learn intuitive development for yourself. I'm going to be talking about that at the end of the video as well. So let's dive right into the predictions that I have. I sometimes talk in code. I don't want to get the videos flagged. Um, let's dive right in. I sadly, when I talked about and predicted the water events, and I specifically did mention something coming with Texas, I don't remember if I had those together, but either way, I remember getting something coming for Texas and also water events. And so sadly, we have seen that play out. And we just had a huge, almost 9.0 earthquake in Russia with multiple tsunamis. So please understand that the earth is in a cycle of rebalancing right now. It is a type of pole shift. And when we say that word, it's important for us not to go into fear, but to understand that the earth is tilting, it's shifting. We can clearly see the uptick in earth activity. So that is going to continue. I am feeling huge quakes continuing, earthquakes. Now, I'm feeling energy. I've been talking about the New Madrid for some time now. I do feel that that is, and I'm even hearing 2026. I was going to say later 2025 going into 2026. Please understand timing is difficult, but I don't feel an urgency with the New Madrid. I feel more of an energy building, a rumbling, if you will. So if you live on that fault line or close to that fault line, just start tuning in and preparing as best as you can. If you're being called to move, listen to your intuition. But I feel that more into 2026. I feel the West Coast Earth activity gearing up more towards, and I'm not feeling August for the big one. It feels more in the fall going into the winter months for the West Coast. Again, I'm feeling a lot of 6.0s and 7.0s feel like they're going to be more and more common. And then some eights, and even I see a 9 earthquake coming up. Again, I talked before about Indonesia. I'm feeling Japan. I'm feeling Hawaii, Alaska, the West Coast. There's just see if spirits. Okay, I was just told New Zealand, and I just heard China as well. So there's multiple earthquake activities that we are going to see increasing around the world, and they just said another one, South America, feels like Brazil or Chile. Okay, so again, we don't want to go into fear. And I've asked Spirit, why do you give us these if there's really not a lot we can do? And my guide said, we can hold space, we can shift the energy. So I see an uptick in earth activity, wind activity as well. I'm seeing an increase in hurricanes as far as the street. I'm seeing strange wind events coming out of the blue. And yes, many of you comment that there are potentially low vibrational people interfering with the weather patterns. I have seen that as well. Again, we don't want to give that a lot of energy, but it's a multitude of reasons that this is happening right now. We are going into a new epoch of time in our planet. There's climate change that is very real. Humans have contributed to the climate change. And then, yes, there has been weather, they call it, well, it's manipulation, that's what it is. So there's all these factors going in to the weather events that we're seeing. So what I can say is just join me in holding space. Let's send love and energy to Mother Earth as well. All right. And I feel like that's all that needs to be said on the earth changes. The other thing that I want to talk about is, and I've been predicting this, oh my goodness, going back over 10, 12, 15 years, and we have not yet seen it, but I feel that it's coming. And there was something recently that's circulating and, out there that tells me that it's being planned. So the prediction is a false or fake alien invasion. So please understand that our galactic brothers and sisters are here to help us. They have stopped us from having nuclear accidents and issues multiple times. They are here to help us. They're not here to harm us. So please understand that when you see people talking about, and I believe the most recent one is a Harvard professor talking about a mothership that's heading to harm us. That is just fear. It's meant to create fear. There's technology, sadly, out there that can show these things as if they are happening. And this is the challenge that we are in right now, to be able to understand, to tune into what is true reality and what is illusion. And that's really important for us to understand and to grasp. And again, I'm going to talk more at the end about learning intuition, but it's a non-negotiable at this point, whether you learn it from me and my programs or someone else. Please learn to tap into your own intuition. It's vital. It is so vital with the world that we now find ourselves in. So with this fake alien fear-based mess, please help me in spreading the word. Let people know that the galactics are not here to harm us. If they wanted to, they would have done that already. They're here to help humanity. So let's not feed into that fear. I also want to talk about and I sometimes call him the orange one and sometimes call him Humpty Dumpty. And so I'm sure you can figure out who I'm talking about. Been talking about it for months, even going back into last year. The health is declining. It's heart. There are issues going on. They're not being forthcoming with what's going on with the health. So I also see that continuing. I feel like by September, that he is less on the stage, if you will, whether it is health challenges or also the continued fallout from the Epstein. I don't even want to call them files anymore. I want to call them abuses and traumas. Understand that there's a lot behind the scenes that is being manipulated right now to protect certain individuals that are not only in the files, including Humpty Dumpty, but others as well. And so there's a lot of manipulation going on around this behind the scenes. But I do feel that the truth eventually comes out. It's already out. I mean, more and more victims are coming forward. And isn't it interesting that the old male dominance based patriarchy is still trying to hold on and grasp control? And instead of interviewing and listening and believing all of the victims, there's multitudes of victims, then our government is deciding to go to one of the perpetrators for her to speak. It's just, this is one of the things, we're in an upside down reality right now. So please use your own discernment, understand the truth. But I do see that truth coming out, and I feel like that Muskrat, use the code words, also has proof of it as well. Now, this goes on to the next prediction, that please join me in holding space and energy on what I see coming, because I sadly do see Vance being sworn in, Peter Thiel, Vance, the Heritage Foundation, Project 2025, they're all rolled into one. And this has been the plan all along. And they are moving forward with all of this. It's really important for us, again, not to go into fear, but to go into a place of empowerment and to understand and to speak out if you feel so led on what is happening, so that we can turn a corner on what we see. But I do see that happening, but I don't see him staying in for long. And the other strange thing that my guides have shown me, and I've talked about this before, is I see the United States being divided into like 5 to 7 different territories, or like many countries or many states or territories or regions or something like that, with governing in that way. So and I'm also seeing a potential for a council. A lot of the galactics have shown me that they are governed that way with the councils. So I see that coming as well, but I feel a lot of change coming around how our country is governed, and this feels like it plays out over the next several years. That leads me to talk about what I see happening with AI. Again, we don't want to go into a place of fear, but it's imperative that we go into a place of empowerment and understand what is happening with AI. There's some people who are extremely afraid of AI. They don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. And there's others who are diving in so deeply that there is a risk of them losing their own sovereignty, their own intuition, the way that the brain functions. And so when I'm asked and channeled from Solomon, a collective from the Pleiades that I channel, what Solomon has said about AI is that AI meets us where our consciousness level is. But please understand that it is so easy to get sucked into this energetic rabbit hole, if you will, in which I'm seeing people giving away their own intuition, their own power to their AI. And for those who have not done their own deep healing and shadow work and are asking AI to help them with past lives and soul contracts and karma and things like this is so unbelievably dangerous. Please use your discernment where this is concerned. Again, AI meets us where our consciousness is. So for those who have not done their deep healing and they want to take the easy way out, this is a recipe for disaster. Please understand this. So use AI, and I'm not going to say with caution, I'm going to say with a high vibrational consciousness. And ask yourself if you are trying to take the easy way out. When someone wants to become educated and go through grade school, high school, their associate's degree, their bachelor's degree, their master's degree, and their PhD, this takes time, energy, and effort. Intuition and soul development is the same. We cannot go to an AI and get all of this. It doesn't work that way. It's foundations. We build our soul development on foundations. Okay. So be aware of that. Let me just look at my notes here. Okay. So I do feel like going back to what I mentioned with earth changes and what I mentioned with the different regions, this leads me to another prediction that I see more and more communities forming, intentional communities forming, people moving and relocating to be closer to like-minded people. So if your own spirit guides and angels are bringing this inspiration to you, this download to you, listen to that, because I feel that this is coming. It's going to be more and more and more popular. Again, use your intuition, use your own discernment. And it's so important that we find community, whether it's through online community. I will put a link below to our amazing High Vibe Tribe community. And we created that. My husband, Mystic D. Francis, and I created that to be a safe space for seekers, truth seekers, mystics, psychics, intuitives, healers, and those who don't want to label ourselves. It's just a beautiful, safe space. So check that out as well. But pay attention to where you're being led in community. Pay attention to the signs that you're receiving about moving and relocating. Sometimes the signs are so subtle, and our ego wants to come in and say, oh, that's not a sign, but it is a sign. We feel the energy. We feel the energy when it's time to move and relocate. Listen to that. The next prediction I have is with banking and our monetary system. I see that changing. I see it changing rapidly. I've talked about this for some time. Again, ask your own discernment, your own intuition with where you want to place your funds. But I do see it all changing. Crypto, I feel that this is what I've been shown is this is a type of bridge to the new digital monetary system that's coming. So use your own discernment on that as well. But I do see all of that in place, and I see things happening behind the scenes. Check that out for yourself. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not recommending anything, but I do feel that there's some opportunities there. But again, don't get caught up in the hype of some of these crypto memes because they're a trap, if you will. Some of them are going to be legitimately anchoring the space for this new monetary system that I see coming in. It's all changing. So pay attention to that as well. What else? Let's see. Let's make sure I got all the predictions before we get to the energy. I believe that I did. Okay, so yes, we're gonna go now into the energy signature of August. We have the Lion's Gate of 8/8. It's August 8th. This is a powerful portal. It's an opening and a portal for manifesting. So join me in co-creating on this day. On the 7th, if you're a member of the High Vibe Tribe community, we're doing a Lion's Gate meeting, activation, meditation. So check that out as well. But use this energy. Understand that it's a portal of energy. If you look at the energy behind the 8, it's an infinity. It represents abundance. It represents the fact that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So let's use our energy responsibly. Let's co-create. And remember, when we're co-creating from the wisdom of our heart, not from the mind, not from the ego. That's really important. And the other part of this Lionsgate is it's in a 9-year. So we've got the 8-8, which is the Lionsgate, in a 9-year. The 9 represents endings, completions. So understand how powerful that is as well. We are truly leaving so much of the old earth behind. The old paradigm is being left behind. So in understanding the creation of energy, remember that we're also leaving a lot of energy behind that no longer serves us. Okay. So the 3 words that Spirit gave for the energy surrounding August, the first one is reckoning, which is a really, really interesting word. And it goes along with what I've said all along with the truth being illuminated. So individuals are having an opportunity for a reckoning within our own truth, and a reckoning of what we are choosing to believe and what we are choosing to place our energy towards. The reckoning also comes from the light illuminating the corruption and the dark and the evil that has gone on. So there's a reckoning that is the energy of August. So what we will see with that is more and more truth being revealed, more and more of these mind-blowing things that are coming out and being exposed that many of us have known and recognized for quite some time, and it's all bubbling to the surface right now. So that's one of the words is reckoning. And for us individually, I would just really invite you to ask yourself, are you standing in your authentic truth? And when we stand in our authentic truth, many times it's uncomfortable. Many times people in our lives do not like it that we speak our truth. They do not like it that we stand strong in our truth. So many of us are experiencing more and more personal losses because those who are choosing to stay anchored in the old 3rd dimensional paradigm, which is a dimension of separation, division, untruths, illusion. So those of us who stand strong in our truth, many people do not like that. And so they leave our lives, and many times it's very painful. So if you're experiencing that, my heart goes out to you because I understand on a personal level the pain of these losses. It's important that we grieve it, but it's also important that we don't stay anchored in that energy as well. The other word that Spirit gave for the energy of August is flourishing. It's, the 8 is a month of abundance. And again, it doesn't even need to be financial abundance, but I feel that that is coming for all truth seekers, for light workers, for star seeds who may have experienced financial challenge. I feel that that is shifting and more abundance is coming. But the key is the abundance comes from finding your soul's song, from following your soul's blueprint. So if you are doing that, and again, that takes courage, if you are doing that, then I feel that it is an opportunity for abundance and for us to feel an energy of flourishing, and energy coming in to support our dreams, our visions, and our soul's blueprint. So that's another word that came in for the energy around August. And then the final word that Spirit gave us, integration. So if we think about integration, we are bringing new light and energy into our bodies And that's why a lot of times we're feeling exhausted right now. My colleagues and clients are saying that we just feel exhausted is the word that's coming up. Understand that is new energy and new light being integrated into our physical bodies, and also letting go of dense energy that no longer serves us. So part of integrating is doing our own healing, doing our own shadow work, peeling back the onion layers, digging deep into the traumas that are stored in the subconscious mind from past lives and from earlier in our lives. It is so important that we explore the shadow. I really, really invite you to ask yourself if you have explored your shadow. And what I'm also seeing is that even those of us who have done years and years and years of soul work, of evolving the soul, of shadow work, we're still being presented with opportunities. My guides don't prefer the word lessons, but I'm just going to have to use that word right now because that's what it feels like. It feels like an opportunity and a lesson. Many of us, I'm going to say the majority of us, are being presented with lessons to see if we feel that there's more opportunity for healing and growth. Be sure you are not going backwards. Many people are being presented with either people or opportunities from the past that are resurfacing that at face value may seem enticing. But what my guides are saying is that's going backwards. And it's important right now that we move forward, not backwards. Going backwards is anchoring in old energy. The new earth can only be built on brand new energy. Okay. So I always end, no, that one jumped out, end these monthly prediction videos with 3 cards, tarot cards that help us with this energy as well. And I love it when they just jumped out and it ties in with the words that Spirit gave me. So I'm going to share the tarot meaning. Okay, this is the 2 of Pentacles. This represents balance. It represents flow and, what I just talked about with integration. Sometimes it can mean feeling like you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, so to speak. But I'm reading this that we have choices, just like I mentioned. Where do we want to put our energy? Where do we want to put our co-creation in the month of August? And also, look, you can't make this up either. That creates the infinity symbol. Look at that. Spirit just showed me that. I've never noticed this before on this card. I love that. So this goes along with the Lion's Gate. It goes along with the infinity of August. So balance is key. Where do we want to place our energy? Okay. And then the other card, tarot card, this is the 7 or the 8 of Pentacles here. Okay. So what this means is building and creating something, and it feels like many times that we're starting over from scratch. That's what the new earth is. That's why it's been so uncomfortable leaving everything behind, our world as we know it, as we've known it, the people, the places, the experiences, sometimes the cities, sometimes the states and countries. Everything is being dismantled for us. And this shows us that we have the power to rebuild, to anchor in the new earth. But it's so important to find your path, to know your soul's blueprint, so that you're creating your own new earth individually that fits in with your blueprint, so that you anchor that energy into the collective consciousness of the new paradigm that is being birthed right now. And then I love this one too. It's the Magician. And what this card means is as above, so below. It means we have the tools. We each have the tools to create our reality, to co-create together, and not to forget that. So This is a card of alchemy. We're being asked to alchemize energy. I do an entire course on alchemy, on spiritual alchemy, and just taught it in New York. So this is a card of alchemy. All right. Amazing tarot reading, amazing words. So in closing, I'm so excited to announce that I'm bringing some live teachings in 2026. And if you check out the link below, there is a survey and there's more information on. So far, Spirit has given me kind of 3 classes, if you will, 3 live events that we're going to be bringing for 2026. So check that out below. Click that link, read all about the offerings. And if you feel guided to learn more and possibly participate with us, then fill out the survey. It's just kind of information gathering and feeling the interest of people, but there's some fun and exciting ones. And my online classes, I'll put that link below. It's the same material, but the difference is the online classes are more economical because they're recorded. So check those out. But the live classes, you get the opportunity, one, to meet other like-minded soul seekers and to also to ask questions. And so it's just a deeper experience. So check that out below. Check out the online school. And I'm excited, new information. My book has been picked up by a publisher. I'm going to be announcing more information on that soon. Check out the High Vibe Tribe. I'm sending you so much love. Know that this energy is intense, but we've got this. Let's be there for each other. Find your tribe, find your spiritual buddies, and know that we agreed to be here. If you were called to this video, to this channel, you are a star seed. You are a truth seeker. You are a light bearer. Thank you for your part in birthing the new earth. I'm sending you so much love. Please comment, and I will join you again soon. Until next time, namaste.